Hello, I'm just doing a little review of Tuesday's racing and a little look towards what we've got coming in store on Wednesday. First of all, no other places are, I don't think, talking about Tuesday's racing than Annie Power. She atoned for her last flight blunder last year when she cost punters millions. Effortless this time. She took it from pillar to post and she grounded him into submission. Really impressive, especially at the last fence where she absolutely winged it. Really incredible. Admittedly it's not the strongest champion hurdle we've ever seen, but it still took some winning, and the way she did it in that course record time is just something else. It was nice to see my 10 till yours after such a long layoff travel for so long, but I just think towards the crunch end of the race he just didn't have what it took. Nichols Canyon battled well to land the place. I'm not sure whether ideally 2 mile 4 furlong is his proper bag, whether he hasn't quite got that speed for 2 miles, but he acquitted himself very well. But I think this was all about one horse in that race, and that definitely was Annie Power. Onto the Supreme now. Altior completely smashed it out of the park. Really impressive performance. Completely destroyed the Henderson stat of the likes of My 10 Till Yours, Sprinter Sacra, Darlan, Kyber Kim, Binocular, etc, all being beaten in this race. For Nicky Henderson, completely destroyed that stat, going on to win it with consummate ease. Also, most Supreme winners had their last run in that calendar year of 2016, so for him to have not ran since Boxing Day and do a performance as well as that, absolutely incredible. As for Min, obviously he's nowhere near Duvan, especially Duvan and Vatour's ability. He ran a respectable race. His couple of sketchy jumps, I think he put his hind legs through one up the back straight, and then I think the one after that he gave it lots of air. So a few novelty jumps here and there, and maybe it didn't cost him, because he was never going to be the best horse on the day when Altior put in a performance like that. But just not good enough on the day. When he was asked, he didn't really look like he was up to the battle. He floundered a bit. However, he did stay on a little bit towards the end, so I'm sure there's plenty of options for him. And another shout out for Beauvoir there. He ran a good race. He came from way off the pace. Stayed on towards the end. Maybe 2 miles 4 will be his bag in time. He probably could have done with softer ground as well, given most of his forms on soft ground. Maybe he just found it a bit too quick there, but I think there's definitely races to be had with him in time. Similar to the Champion Hurdle, I don't think it's an overly strong running of the Supreme. Sorry, I don't think it was an overly strong running of the Supreme. I think whilst from 4th downwards they were respectable horses, I don't think it will prove to be a vintage renewal of the race. To be honest, we go on to Duvan Zarkle. Again, a pretty dismal race in truth. Vanator looked beat when falling. But then that's possibly testament to Duvan's class, getting them all off the bridle. The Game Changer could have given him half a race were he not hampered by the fall up the straight, but in truth this was a 1 horse race. He flew off the last, and maybe his round of jumping wasn't completely immaculate, that final fence blunder, but he's a class horse, and you only have to hear what Mullins, Walsh and Richie waxing lyrical about him. He's a class horse, and you don't need me to tell you that. He is a real talent. What else do we have today? Vroom Vroom Mag. Again, it's not the greatest renewal of the mares around. They're alright. I expected well from some of them, but she's she's a class above. Can't argue. She travels supremely well, and you could tell barring she didn't do an Annie Power of 12 months ago, she was always going to win that, and lo and behold she did. good win for Untempor too. You know, I know his connections haven't had the best of seasons, but you know this will surely make up for that. A brilliant performance from him. Manella Rocco under a classic Derek O'Connor waiting ride. You know, he was very impressive. A horse I had my doubts about, but you know he put them to bed. You know, he's performed inadequately at Cheltenham in the past, and I was worried in the hustle bustle of this race. You know, it might not play to his strengths, but that 4 miles certainly did play to his strengths, and you know he was you know a class horse on the day. And finally we had Ballyalton, not a winner I expected, but nice for Ian Williams, a local trainer to myself, to get a winner. You know, good to put Worcestershire on the map. Winless at Cheltenham for me today. However, I did back the winner of the 740 at Wolves, a maiden, and I suppose I know my place really, Cheltenham, but then you know Cheltenham's out of my league on Tuesday, whereas Wolverhampton, I know where I stand, it's my hunting ground, and I banged in a winner, and that's all that matters really. I'm only joking, of course. On to Wednesday now. We have a Titanic race in the champion chase. We have the old guard of sorts with Sprinter Sacra and Sire de Grugy, past winners of the race. We have the reigning champion Dodging Bullets, who will surely strip fitter for his recent run at Newbury, and we have possibly the future of the 2 mile chasing division. He could well usurp what all of those have achieved if you know he lives up to the promise what we expect he should do, and that is Underso, to continue the good start, obvious good start of the week for Mullins and Co. It's a great race. You know, my thoughts will be underneath. I'll go into more detail then, but it's a race that we can't wait for. It's going to be a classic. Yanworth versus York Hill, battle of the Wise in the first race. York Hill unexpectedly turning up here, meant to be running in the Supreme for so long, but here he is. He lines up against Yanworth. That looks a colossal race, colossal feast before us. You know, Yanworth so impressive last time out. York Hill Group 1 winner. You know, it's going to be a classic race. We have the cross country race. You know, it's going to be always a spectacle. I know some people aren't too sure about it, but it's a race I love. You know, watching them go around the rather unique course. I love it, and you know, Battles Our King back after almost a year off after his Grand National exit. You know, we nearly lost him, but thank God we never, and he is back, and you know, even if he could get round safely, we'd take that. But you know, he's got to have a good chance. But obviously the Irish battalion, the McManus and Bolger battalion, you know, they're going to take, you know, they're getting but I think they can be beaten. I think, you know, maybe the favourite, especially Josie's Order, is a bit too short, but I won't go on too much about that. That's going to be underneath, but another good race in store, and one of the best renewals of that in a long time. We have the RSA again, builders another battle between No More Heroes and more of that. More about that underneath. There's going to be another good race. A massive field for the Coral Cup. Have fun going through that. Fred Winter, a very strong renewal of that this year. That race just gets stronger and stronger every year. And we have the finale where Mr. Willie Mullins, sends merely the 7 over for the champion bumper. You know, including the unbeaten and potentially very exciting Augusta Kate. Anyway, more underneath. We got loads more coming up. Video nap, Twitter tips to challenge, all tips, punters polls, everything you could ever wish for. So have a good day at Cheltenham. I'm going to wish you that underneath as well, and bye.